Have you ever finished a beautiful piece of embroidery, taken out the hoop, and noticed some off-color smudges where you hooped the fabric? This is called hoop burn. They're basically shiny marks made by the compression and friction between the hoops. It's quite frustrating because it looks bad, but don't worry because here are a few tips on how to fix and avoid hoop burn. Welcome to Embroidery Legacy, a place where we teach you all about embroidery and digitizing. This channel is greatly supported by those of you who have purchased our Doodler app, our Designs Club, and our Digitizing Made Easy education. So thank you for your support, and the links to these products will be in the description. Firstly, the goal when you hoop your fabric is you want it to be tight. That way the fabric is stretched out and isn't moving like crazy. But one of the things that will help you avoid hoop burn is to not over tighten it. Hooping can be tricky, so our first instinct is to take all materials and jam them together between the hoops and make the hoop as tight as possible as we push down. This is a bit too tight and it's what causing the initial burn. To avoid the issue, the best thing to do is to have your hoop tight enough where you have some sort of tension as you push down, but still enough wiggle room to move your fabric so it's a bit stretchy. Then as you start tightening, you can get it to a solid place where it won't fall apart, but it's not crazy tight. Make sure to feel around with your hoops, and practice makes perfect. But if you've already finished embroidering your design and you have those hoop burns, then here are a few tips and tricks on how to get rid of them. Add some steam or spray some water. If you have a spray bottle or a clothing steamer, then you're in luck. By spraying some water and gently dabbing the fabric with a brush or cloth, you can remove the hoop marks, as well as steaming it, and you see the fabric go back to its prime condition. Remember to be gentle. You don't want to damage the fabric by being too rough as you dab the brush. This trick is used by a lot of people and it's my go-to when I use the classic hoops. It's pretty simple and straight to the point, but here are some more options depending on your needs. The next thing you can do is give it a wash. If the garment can't be tossed in the laundry, a cold trip through the laundry will take out any of the garment burns and leave it smelling nice and fresh. Just air dry it and it's all good to go. This tip works best if it's a garment that you're looking to wear or if it's a gift that you're looking to give a close friend or a family member. Another option is to use a lint brush or a sticky roller. If you have any dogs or cats, then you're in luck. Whip out the sticky roller and roll to tease those fibers and loops. These methods are pretty solid if you have a fabric that's washable. But what about those fabrics that aren't washable, like leather or fabric? Here are a few tricks that you can use to mask that hoop burn for tougher fabrics. This is what we call masking fabric in machine embroidery. You can make a mask like this out of a plastic placemat. This one I got from Dollarama, and what I did is I placed my hoop on it. Using a pen to mark about an inch on all sides, I cut up the circle inside of it, and it's ready to be used as a masking fabric. This is great to protect sensitive fabrics like leather, suede, velvet, silk, and many more. What you do is you place a stabilizer of your choice, then the fabric, and on top you put your masking fabric. Then with your hoop you bring it all together, and this should provide a cushion and some good grip to your hoop and avoid those hoop burns. Now let's talk about my all-time favorite equipment for embroidery. These are the mighty hoops. The benefit of these hoops compared to traditional hoops is they have magnets on each side that are super strong, so as soon as you get them together, they clasp and will tighten anything between each other. Note that these aren't for every machine. Normally they are available for semi-industrial and industrial embroidery machines. Check with them to ensure your machine has a magnetic hoop available. Now, like I said, these magnets are pretty strong, so make sure you don't get your finger snapped or your belly as you push down. And I'm sharing this from experience. As well as keep them away from any electronics and pacemakers as it can mess with them. I love these hoops because of how fast I can hoop anything I need done, and they do help with minimizing hoop burn. They already have a precise area, so there is no need to tighten them. Simply snap them together and get embroidering. If you find that you're still getting hoop burns even with the mighty hoops, then make sure to use the previous examples just like we did with the classic ones. Lastly, if you have a small enough fabric, then you can try floating it. This is where you simply hoop your stabilizer, you then place your fabric on top, and you can either use pins to pin it on the stabilizer or you can use tape to ensure it doesn't move. Now for this tip, I recommend making your machine go a little slower at first to avoid shifting the fabric. but once it's done a couple stitches, then you're good to go. Guys, give these tips a try so you can finally fix your hoop burn and let us know how you guys have dealt with it in the past. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips have helped you out to fix your embroidery burn. If it did, make sure you subscribe to see more embroidery content coming your way. In the meantime, check out this video next. Happy embroidery, and I'll see you on the next one, embroidery family. Take care. Bye-bye. No more hoop burn. Let's go. We're out.